Hello students, today we will start with a new chapter, that is body fluid and circulation. In the body fluid and circulation chapter, the first part, that is the blood, then plasma, difference between the blood, plasma, serum, then the different type of components present in the blood, that is the form component, RBC, WBC and its type, then the platelets, all of the things we have already seen it. The characteristics of RBC, the different types of WBC and its function, then the platelets and the mechanism of blood coagulation process, then in the other part, the lymph, already we have discussed. If you have not watched it, then once again I will tell you, advise you to go through the earlier videos once again. After that, we will see in the chapter, start the chapter with the ABO blood group system. So let's just start. What is the ABO blood grouping system? Okay, so ABO blood group system. Okay, what is this ABO blood grouping system? First of all, we need to know about the discovery. So this discovery that was done by the scientist name who discovered the ABO blood grouping mechanism, that is Karl Landsteiner. Okay, so Karl Landsteiner is the scientist who completely have unrolled the whole mechanism, how actually the different types of blood is there, and he found out 4 different types of blood group, and they are the A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group. So we will see actually whenever it comes to the blood group, then how many types of components are present. So one thing we have to remember, that how many blood groups we have. We are going to have A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group. Okay, so these are the 4 different blood groups. Okay, who discovered that? Discovery is by Karl Landsteiner. Okay, then after that, let's just move to the next part, that in this ABO blood grouping system, we need to know about the antigens and antibodies. Okay, so what are the antigens and the antibodies? See here, the antigens and the antibodies, they are present in our blood. The antigens, normally what we think, that the foreign particles are called as the antigens, and to fight against the antigens, what we produce, they are the antibodies. No, some of the antigens, they are self also. These antigens, they are present on the surface of RBC. Okay, on the surface of RBC, in any kind of blood group, we are going to see 2 types of antigens. What are they? Either A antigen and or B antigen. Now if you see the antibodies, then yes, the antibodies, they are also of 2 types, but these antibodies, they are present in the plasma. Okay, they are present in the plasma, and what are they? They are also either A or B antibodies. See one thing, for our easier understanding, to avoid confusion, what we are going to write, the antigens with capital letter and the antibodies with the small letters. That means A antigen and B antigen. If you are writing in capital, that means it will indicate antigen, and if you are writing in small letter, that means small a and small b, that will indicate the antibodies, right? So another thing we have to know, that these are the proteins, they are present, who will develop or who will form this protein. You know, our body will have the protein synthesis process. So during the protein synthesis process, the DNA will form the RNA by a process called transcription, and RNA form the protein by a process of translation. Everything we will see in the next year. In the second year, we will get the whole process of transcription and translation. But one thing you have to remember, that for any kind of protein that is present in our body, if it is produced by the human body, it is responsible because we are going to have some genetic material, that is the gene fragment. So what are the genes? They are responsible for production of this A or B antigens. They are IA and IB. Okay, and there is another gene present, that is IO. So these are the three genotypes. So these are the three genotypes, that is A, B or O. They are responsible for developing the different types of blood groups. They are A, B, AB or O. Okay, so these are the genotypes. And from these three types of genotypes in human population, okay, in human population, how many genes we are going to have? Two genes for the production of any protein. Okay, so you can see this A and B, these are the dominant, okay, and this O, this is the recessive. Okay, now what is that? If an individual have a blood group, we are going to have two among the three of the genes. Okay, so if we are going to have A and A, okay, two of the genotypes, two of the genes, then that individual will have what blood group? A. That means these are the dominant, they will express the characteristics, and if it is recessive, they are not able to express the characteristics. That means if with this gene we are going to have O gene, okay, then A with IO, that means this IO is not able to show its characteristics and A is dominant, so that's why that individual will have A blood group, right? Next one, if that individual have IB and IB, that individual will have B blood group, or if that individual have IBIO, that individual will also have B blood group. Why? Because this recessive gene IO is present. And if it is happening that both IA and IB are present, then also that individual will have C. Both A and B, they are the dominant genes, right? So that's why that individual will have AB blood group. And the recessive can also express the characteristics only if both of the gene they are recessive. That means IO and IO, then the individual will have O blood group. So what is this? These are the 6 genotypes, right? So these are the genotypes. How many phenotypes? Phenotype means the blood group. For 6 genotype, how many blood group is there? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 phenotype, how many genotypes we have? We are going to have 6 genotype. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, remember that. Now, where the antigens and antibodies are present, remember always on the surface of the RBC, we are going to have either A antigen or A antibody. Okay, A antigens or B antigens. And where does the antibodies present? That will be present in the plasma. Okay, they are present in the plasma like this. Okay. Now, one thing we have to remember that yes, coagulation will also occur, but with the same type of antigens and antibody. What we know that the antigen antibody reaction occurs. Okay, reaction occurs. That is, antigen antibody reaction will occur. Where it will occur? If it is the same type of antigen with same antibody. Okay, that means if that individual have A antigen, then with the A antibody it will react, and if it is the B antigen, it will react with B antibody. Okay, that means in an individual, same type of antigens and antibody can never be possible. So let's just discuss this thing. I hope you understand this part. Once again, you just go through it once again. Let's just move to the next part. How the individual will have that specific type of blood group. After that, let us see what I said just now, that same type of antigen and antibody reacts. That means if an individual have A blood group, see, I will show it now that if an individual have A blood group, then what antibody and antigen will be present. Okay, A blood group, B blood group, then AB blood group and O blood group. Okay, so all those 4 types of blood group, if you see, then what antigen and antibody will be present, right? So let's just see what are the antigens and antibodies. Okay, so if it is for the A blood group, what antigen will be there? That antigen will be A antigen. Okay, A antigen will be present. And what antibody will be there? Is it possible that he or she will have A antibody? Never. Why? Because that individual, if he have A antibody, then antigen A will react with A antibody. So the opposite antibody, B antibody, will be present. Next, for the B blood group, antigen B will be there and the opposite antibody, that is A antibody, will be present. For AB blood group, both A and B antigens will be there, but is it possible that he can have any of the antibodies? No, he will not going to have any of the antibodies. And if it comes to O blood group, that individual will not going to have any antigens, but yes, both the antibodies, A and B antibodies, will be present. From this antigen and antibody, what we have understood that the individual, if he have any type of blood group, the antigens present in the blood, antigens decides the blood group. Okay, decides the blood group. Remember, antigens are the one who decides the blood group. If any of the antigen is present, he will have that blood group. Okay, A antigen, A blood group. B antigen, B blood group. AB antigen, AB blood group. No antigen, O blood group. Okay. And remember, what is that? That same type of antigen and antibody reacts. Okay. So if an individual have any type of antigens, the opposite antibody will be there. If an individual have A antigen, he must have B antibody. He is never allowed to have A antibody. If that individual have B antigen, he must have A antibody. If that individual have A blood group, that means A and B antigen, he is not allowed to have any of the antibodies. And if he has no antigens, he will have both the antibodies. It's not like that having an antigen or not having any antigen will have some disadvantages or advantages. No, this is just the blood group. None of them will provide any opportunities or any advantages for all of it. So any antigens they are present, the blood group will be that same. So now we will see if it is the blood group. What is this? This is the A blood group sample. This is the B blood group sample. This is AB blood group sample, and this is the O blood group sample. So in the blood, what it is going to present? The RBC, also WBC. Okay, then the platelets, then the plasma. Isn't that so? Plasma is there. So here this is the plasma, suppose. Okay, this is the plasma, and for this context we will see the the RBCs to understand the antigens. What we have said, what we have understood, that antigens are present on the surface of RBC, and where the antibodies will be there, antibodies will be present in the plasma. Okay, so if this is the A blood group, what is this? A blood group means A antigen. A antigen is present on the surface of RBC. And what antibody? B antibody, because this B antibody will be present in the plasma. Next one, suppose this is the B blood group. B antigen will be present and A antibody will be present in the plasma. If the blood group is AB blood group, then both antigen A and B will be present in the surface of RBC, but no antibody will be present in the plasma. And if that individual have O blood group, he is not going to have any of the antigens on the surface of RBC, but both the two antibodies will be present. If you count the antigen and antibody in the blood of any individual, suppose A blood group individual, if you count the number of antigens, how many antigens and how many antibodies are there, then always remember concentration of A antigens will be obviously much more as compared to the antibody, because antibody is present in the plasma. Here for B blood group, if you compare the B antigens and the A antibody, then the amount of B antigen will be more as compared to the A antibody. So I hope you understand what is this blood grouping system, how the blood group is decided. So this is all about it. I hope you understand. This is just the introduction of the whole chapter, first part. blood grouping system, blood grouping mechanism. If you don't understand, repeat this video once again so that you can understand and clear all of it. After that, we'll move to the next part in the next video to understand the transfusion of blood. Thank you.